alerting, always tracking. This is Next Weather.
Yeah, Dave, people in California still cleaning up after all that snow. I mean, that was just crazy to see.
Storm after storm goes right in the West Coast. Now, they typically have moved across the East Coast, and oftentimes when you talk about these storms approaching, they can bring some cooler air in. Not the case here. They're staying to our north. They moved right across Texas. Now it's moving across New England there. We continue to see the heat. That breeze has turned to the southwest, so temperatures now lower 80s, even in Homestead there. It's just pushed up to 81 degrees. There is a little activity with the radar network. We're watching a line of clouds developing, but they drift to the north and they stay right off the coast. Sunshine, just a few clouds we're seeing over the metro areas, and that trend will continue here. So our radar network, we will need this eventually. We need to see a little bit of rain work its way into the area. Been very dry, and all we can get are those spots of blue there right off the coast. Eventually those showers will work their way back over land. It's in the extended forecast. It's not really impacting the weekend forecast. What is the heat here? There are those clouds and showers right off the coast. But we look at the breeze here today coming in from the southwest. Now, as things heat up, typically you get a sea breeze that develops and works its way through the area. But if it's fighting a southwest wind, it can really only make it to maybe A1A or 95 in Broward County. If you do get that wind to turn just a bit, you will get slightly cooler temperatures right near the coast. But we have a southwest wind over much of the area, so much of Broward County seeing upper 80s near 90 degrees. I think that boundary is just east of the airport. Maybe a little relief here in downtown Miami, Key Biscayne, Miami Beach, as that wind at 3 o'clock this afternoon tries to turn just a bit to the southeast. Otherwise, a southwest wind keeping control here, pushing temperatures up into the upper 80s and near 90 degrees. Friday or your Saturday evening looking pretty good here. It's partly cloudy skies, warm and a bit muggy. And then 11 o'clock, no rain in the forecast. Sunday morning, you wake up to some fog developing, and it may spread inland Broward County, pushing just into some inland areas there. This is 75 in the Sawgrass Expressway. So, west of that, inland areas, Southwest Ranch, Pembroke Pines might see some patchy fog in the morning, maybe Parkland and Coral Springs. Farther south into Miami-Dade, there's some patchy fog over the interior as well. It quickly clears. Sunshine and maybe just a slight drop in temperatures on Sunday. You get more of an east wind coming in. That southwest wind not quite as strong tomorrow. Things change on Sunday night. 11 o'clock, we're watching this activity here to the north. It will work its way to the south here, so clouds increasing Monday morning, and then with a little added moisture and more of an east to northeast wind, you do get showers developing. We put percentage chances with our rain chances. That is about 20% here. Some areas staying dry, others might get just a brief shower. They'll be developing throughout the day, but specifically late morning, early afternoon, maybe a stray shower or two works its way through the area. There's that southwest wind cooling things down a bit this afternoon along the Gulf Coast, but the heat pushed right up against the East Coast. Upper 80s or near 90 degrees. 90 would tie a record here in Miami. It's even warm in the Keys still with a high temperature of 86 degrees in Marathon, even right in the mid to low 80s there in the Keys. So you want to head to the beach to get some relief. There's a moderate risk of rip currents. It's 80 there right now. There's that southwest wind. Waves there will be about 1 to 2 feet. Very high UV index with bright sunshine, water temperature 78. So because that water temperature is the upper 70s, you do get a little wind changing direction just a bit. It might try to cool things off maybe later this afternoon. There's no alerts in the Atlantic waters. South to southwest wind 10 to 15 knots, 1 to 2 foot seas, a light chop in the bays. It's been a little rough on the ocean side here in the Keys, and you still have that wind maybe pushing about 15 knots. So it does get a little choppy from time to time. It's a little calmer on the bay side, 1 to 2 foot seas there, light chop in the near shore waters. The forecast will climb up to 90 between 12 and 2 because of that southwest wind. That is the forecast today. Then it drops into the mid 70s here overnight tonight. Now when you wake up Sunday morning, again, that fog is around. It could be mainly inland areas because there's no wind, and the wind starts to pick up. But look how it turns a bit more to the east. It's lighter. Maybe not even a bad evening Sunday with that southeast wind. Temperatures after climbing into the upper 80s will be dropping into the lower 80s and hovering in the mid 70s there by 9 o'clock with just a light breeze. So you see the temperatures do drop a bit from Saturday to Sunday, and you get a few showers developing Monday and Tuesday. Just 20% chance there, so they'll be around, but not everybody may get a shower. The wind comes in from the northeast, so 84 to 85. It keeps the temperatures down in the afternoon and evening. The morning temperatures are still into the mid to low 70s. Gradually starts to warm back up as we lower the rain chances by Wednesday. Mainly dry weather is expected on Thursday, but with that light breeze and a little more sunshine pushing the temperatures back up into the upper 80s. And we'll keep it right about there on Friday. Just a 10% rain chance with a high of 83.